Nick speaking, and welcome to this live stream. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. Right, hello everyone on an afternoon. So we are doing a live stream this afternoon with Nekron Girl as it's half term. So hopefully you will enjoy today's chat. We are going to be talking about Warhammer 40k starting out, how to get children into the hobby. I'm just going to share my experience with both my son and also now with Necron Girl. So hopefully this time the stream is okay, because my last live stream was a disaster. So if you are watching, let me know in the comments box. Can you hear me, and is the stream okay? Hopefully someone will let us know in a second. Right, okay, so if you're unaware, Necron Girl actually has her own YouTube channel. There's no videos yet, is there?
No.
Not yet, but one day there will be. So I will link her channel up in the description below. I'll also pin it to the comments as well. So go and check that out and give her a sub if you haven't done so already. Right, no one has made a comment yet. Is this working or not? It would be great to know before we carry on. Hello, we had at least Jamjar34 in the live stream. Also Dario Salisbury, he is in the live stream as well. We've got 6 watching, so for some reason I'm not getting any comments coming up. Hopefully everything's working okay. Right, okay, so yeah, let's first have a little chat about the history of me getting my son into the hobby. So I got my son into the hobby when he was about 7, and it was very much me getting him into the hobby. So I encouraged him quite a bit. Yeah, all coming through. Excellent. Thank you for that. So I really encouraged my son to get into the hobby. I gave him one of my armies. I gave him the Tyranids, which weren't painted. We came up with an easy to paint color scheme, which is why my Tyranids are black and yellow in that really, really basic scheme. And yeah, he got into the hobby, and we were playing games, you know, every once a week or every other week, and it was really good fun. However, as he got older, he went away from the hobby quite a bit. I think he got to about 12, and he pretty much gave up the hobby. And you know, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. He had a second army, he had the Tyranids. He was also then playing Space Marines, and he had a Dark Angels army as well, and he was getting to be quite a good little painter. However, he found Minecraft and he gave up on the hobby. So when it came to Necron Girl, I made a conscious decision not to encourage her as such. So I basically let her decide if she wanted to get into the hobby. Let's have a quick look in the comment section. Peter Nicholas, he says, "Hi Nick and Necron Girl, I love live chats." Hi Peter, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Jamjar34 says, planting geranium at work, so might have to shoot. Okay, no worries. I know it's an unusual time in the afternoon, but I was hoping I might be able to catch people maybe in different countries as well to when I usually live stream, which is at 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, I didn't encourage Nekron Girl to get into the hobby. So Nekron Girl, what made you right at the beginning think about having a go at doing something?
Well, like when I was quite little, I liked painting pictures for you and stuff, but I wanted to make it more challenging for me. So I asked you,
whether you could do. Yeah. You asked if you could do some painting, didn't you? Yes, because she's quite artistic, and you love drawing and painting and stuff on pictures. And obviously, she sees me painting my models. One day, she said, "Daddy, can I have a go at painting?" So I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I went into my sort of bits box and I found some skeletons. which I had from Fantasy, which were, I'm not sure how I got them, but I had a few skeletons. So I said, here you go, have a go at that. And I went through some of the ways to paint, didn't I? Doing the base coats and then the washes and the dry brushes, etc. And she seemed to really enjoy it. Have you got your skeletons there? Have a quick look. Obviously, the camera on the laptop isn't that great, but there is a video with these skeletons, which I'll try and link up in the description below. But yeah, do you want to show them? So camera's up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome, Red Cuffs. He says, my two kids are 21 and 24 now, so probably the wrong age to want to start the hobby. Maybe. I started the hobby when I was 30, so I was actually quite a late starter. I know. Wow. Yeah, I was 30 when I started, so pretty late. And another skeleton. You did some blood effects as well, didn't you? Because some of them had missing arms.
Yeah.
So you did some blood effects on there as well. Pretty cool. We've got Dave Dog in there and Phase Bro. Hi, Phase Bro. Dave says, miniatures painting requires the patience of a saint. I think that if you are someone who is a pedantic and says, I must have my minis like the Games Workshop box art, you're in for a rough ride. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to have your own standards, haven't you? Who doesn't love skeletons? Indeed. So once you painted those, it wasn't long after that I won the First Strike box set here on YouTube. I think it was, I've got to try and remember the channel now, GMT Models, GMT and More. So there's videos on it anyway in the archives. So I won that, and I thought, what a great opportunity to start the game where we could actually build and paint an army together and play the game. So I gave the choice to Nekron Girl whether she would like to do Primaris Marines or the Death Guard, and you chose the Primaris Marines, didn't you? What was the main reason for that?
Well, I really liked how it's. I can't remember the word.
The look.
Yeah, I like the look and the style of them.
Yeah, and I think you also thought that the Death Guard looked harder to paint as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more detail, I think, on the Death Guard. So yeah, she chose the Primaris Marines, came up with her own colour scheme and her own chapter, and went from there, didn't we? So we are progressing quite nicely with the Space Marines. In actual fact, you've only got the highlighting to do, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I've given her a choice to either edge highlight or dry brush highlight. And what have you chosen?
Dry brush.
Dry brush. I think it's going to be easier for now. I might get you doing some edge highlighting on some of the bits, some of the smaller bits. Yeah. So let's have a quick look at your Marines so far. Now, when we finish, we will be doing a proper showcase video with the proper camera, so you'll be able to see them a lot better. Let's have a look in the comments. We have Primaris for the win. Laugh out loud. Peter Nicholas. Yes. Necrons. Come on, you've got to do it.
Necrons.
Yes. Luke says, her name is Nekron Girl. She plays Ultramarines. I feel betrayed. Yes, there's a long story about how she became Nekron Girl. But yeah, she's supposed to be originally Little Miss Idic Beer, who on a random whim, I got her to shout Necrons in one of my videos, and the public named her Nekron Girl from then on. But yeah, that's where she got her name from, Nekron Girl. Maybe one day. Do you actually like Necrons?
I kind of do.
Yeah, she kind of does. See, what's not to like about Necrons?
That's green.
Oh yeah. We don't like green in our house that much, do we? No. So, have you shown them? Let's have a look at some of these Primaris Marines. So these have a name. What are they called? Purple Crew Savage, right?
Yeah.
We have a comment here from Nick. It's just flashed up. Nikakin. Totally butchered that, I'm sure. I started around 8 years old, gave up around 14, 15. I'm 37 now and got back into the hobby 4 months ago. I've heard a lot of people who did it as a teenager, got out of it and got back into the hobby later in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favourite one.
Favourite one coming up? Very cool. I like the way you've gone for gold guns. That's totally different, isn't it? Your Marines look amazing. Thank you, Luke.
One more.
One more.
Special one.
Special one. He's going to have some... Yeah, I'm not allowed to say we as a surprise.
No.
Surprise. Okay, there's going to be a big surprise in the showcase video when they're finished. Very cool. Yeah, you really happy with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at what I've been doing. So mine are nearly done. I've still got to do the washes on the skin. And the bases, that's basically it. So this is my Death Guard. Now these are called, what are they called? The Phage Marines.
Oh, yeah.
They're based on the Vidians from Star Trek, who have like a uniform which is pretty plain. So I've gone for quite a plain colour scheme, nice and simple. Let's show you one of my my pox walkers who definitely want to go for a walk. There's a pox walker. Like I said, showcase video will be coming. I know you can't really see them very well here. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to be washing these with reds and purples, make them look quite patchy, just like the Vidians, because they basically have this disease where they have to replace body parts. So that's the whole idea of them. Andrew says, so can Nekron Girl shout for the Emperor for us?
What?
Can you say for the Emperor?
What?
For the Emperor. It's just not going to have the same ring. I think that's a no. Okay, so yes, well, I've got a question for you because we haven't actually talked about this yet. But are you looking forward to actually playing the game? And I know you've enjoyed the painting, but obviously the painting comes at the end of it. We're going to be playing some games. So are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, looking forward to that?
Yeah. It's the last game that I played with you. It's quite fun.
Yeah, and you beat me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, beat me. So do you reckon that at this moment in time, obviously you haven't really played the game that much, have you? But do you think that you're going to like playing the game more, or do you think you'll enjoy painting the models more?
Oh, I think I might enjoy painting it more though.
Yeah, I think.
I'm very creative.
Yeah, I have a feeling that painting is going to be your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got. I bought you quite a number of Conquest issue 1, didn't I? And you've been given another model, haven't you, by Devil's Brush Gaming. I can say that, can't we? So she's got a little collection there. You did, when you saw the Conquest, I got you 5 in total, didn't I? When you saw them, you got a bit scared of how many models there were, didn't you? So I hid them all, just put them straight upstairs so she could concentrate on what she's painting at the moment. Because her reaction was, oh my God, how am I going to paint all that? And you've learned very quickly, I think it's best to do one thing at a time, isn't it? Don't have too many projects on the go. Can Nekron Girl shout Orcs 5? Necrons nil? No. Thought you said NVI Nvidians, as in quality graphics. No, Vidians. Do you think that the Necrons will launch a massive attack on the galaxy soon? Greetings from Argentina. Hello, Argentina. We've got Ramiro. Ramiro? Are they going to do a mass attack? I hope so. They should do, shouldn't they? Yeah. How many Necrons, I wonder, are still asleep under the tomb world, getting ready to attack? Quite a lot, I would imagine. Good schemes. I need to hide my excuse models too. Dario says, have you two tried Kill Team? We haven't. I'm really not into Kill Team, but we've obviously, with this First Strike set that we've got, it could be a start into smaller games, I suppose, but ultimately I do prefer the bigger games. She can paint better than you. Bet she plays better than you. I suspect so, yeah. Yeah, I suspect so. Now, I have made some little notes about what we were going to talk about. To be fair, I think we probably talked about them all anyway.
Yeah.
So this, to be honest with you, last week, obviously it was half term as well, and I just didn't get time to make any videos for today. So I thought it'd be pretty good fun just to come on for a bit and have a little live chat. I have been making the Terrain Square competition winners video today. I'm halfway through editing it. I've recorded it. So I'm hoping to get that up on Saturday. So hopefully you'll check in to see that. Some awesome entries. And I have to be honest, at one point it looked as if I wasn't going to get too many entries. I ended up with 24 entries, which is just awesome. There was actually 25, but one person just didn't get their entry in time. But yeah, so look forward to putting that video up. Should be a fun video, hopefully. So we've got to have a look at some chat. Do you have any questions for either myself or Nekron Girl? Pop them in the chat. Big hello from Norway. Hello, Norway. That's one reason why I thought it'd be great to go live in the afternoon. Hopefully we can touch base with a few of you that can't make the 10 o'clock live stream, because I know obviously there's time zone differences. Dave Dog says, making a robot in your shed and then going out into a crowd and pitching the robot against other robots. He's got his own personal joke going on there. No problem, Luke. Yeah, thanks for popping in. Appreciate that. John Kessler says, if her favourite part is painting, does she think she will stick with 40k or venture into different miniatures or games? Interesting question, because obviously Daddy only plays 40k generally.
Mm.
Do you think you might play some of the other games that are around, or would you rather? I think the ultimate question is: would you rather stick with your army and expand it and make it bigger, or do other armies?
I wouldn't maybe do other armies, because then it's not like the same person.
Yeah, don't want to be painting purple for the rest of your life, do you?
No.
So have you seen any other armies that you like the look of? Necrons?
Well, not recently.
No.
But maybe later on.
Yeah. Okay. Did you know that there's actually what we call historical gaming? So there's actually games where you can play, say, wartime, so say World War II, or there's games from, say, the Romans or Napoleonic, so someone's put down there. Did you know that as well?
No.
Obviously, what we play is all science fiction. So yeah, they've got a few options open to you. What does Nekron Girl think about orc armies? Do you know what orc armies are?
No.
The green ones.
What?
They're green, like green ones. No, she does. I don't think she knows orcs. I think she's seen much about orcs. Savage, good morning, Necron fan. Hello, Frost and Fists. Who have we got there? Is that Mythos or is that Freak? We've got basic miniature painting in. Justin, he was one who said Napoleonics. Upgrading my Necron force soon. Should I get 3 Doom Scythes or 3 Doomsday Arcs? If you want something easy to build, then go for the Doom Scythes. If you want a bit more of a challenge in both building and painting, then go for the Doomsday Arcs. I think the Doomsday Arcs is probably the better option, especially if you're going to magnetize them, so you can use them for ghost arts as well. I think you have a bit more options, let's say, in the future. It's Mythos. Hello, Mythos, our wolf brother. Yes, actually, Mythos and I have been talking, hoping to venture onto his one of his live streams at some point, which means I'm probably going to be up about 3 o'clock in the morning. However, I do want to do it because I'd love to hang out with Mythos and Freak. Be awesome. What do your school friends think about you doing the hobby? That's a good question. Thank you. That's from Red Cuffs. Do they know you do the hobby
No.
painting? No?
No.
They know about the YouTube though, don't they?
No.
Some of them don't. I'm sure you said that your friends know that Daddy's on YouTube.
Yeah, I told them that, but not about me.
Oh, you kept that bit quiet, did you? Okay.
I told Zante, but
She's told her best friend.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. There's other sci-fi ones, fantasy. Yes, fantasy as well. Or Age or Sigmar. Not cool mates, schoolmates. Yeah. Would you ever consider a day out to Nottingham with a cheeky trip to Warhammer World on the side? We would consider a day trip to Nottingham, but literally just to go to Warhammer World. I'm hoping at some point to take Nekron Girl there, and I think potentially you might be going up with Richard from Capitan Morgan's War Games. So that might be next year, possibly, but I think that'd be cool. Go to the Games Workshop HQ, see all the massive display boards, all the awesome painted models, the awesome Necron table. When you get there, you've got to shout Necron! So Odd Steiner S. Siversen. I'm terrible at pronunciation when it comes to names. I do make cosplay of Fabius Bile. Is that the one that have you showed me that? I can't remember. I've seen some cosplay stuff. We have a comment from Tessie. Tessie, what is Nekron Girl's favourite model so far?
Oh, that's hard. Oh.
Do you want to have a look? Just going to check. Just going to check. Let me show you my favourite model. I think, where are we? I think this guy's pretty cool. This is from obviously the First Strike box set, not my favourite model of all time. Be right back, taking the dog out. I'm not sure how long we're going to be streaming for, so you might miss us, I'm afraid, but thank you for popping in. Canvas 101, Canvas 01, not 101. Hello, my friend, how are you? Come visit Australia and get crushed by the Aussie War. Maybe one day, maybe one day. Yes, full size. Okay, yeah, Fabius Bile, full size. Very, very cool. Have you got your favourite model yet? Still looking. What about that bit with the extra detail that you were very proud of?
Oh yeah, where is it? This one.
Right, there you go. She's very proud of the detail. You're not gonna be able to see it on this camera, but you will when we do the showcase video.
It's a bit right there.
That looks awesome, yeah.
It was really
You used a very small brush, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Savage! Have you played against Necrons? Necrons versus Necrons, I mean. Have I have once at a tournament, and I was very happy to say I won that one. Yeah, had a good list, but I did manage to win him. Helped by the mission, I took MSU, and it was an objective-based one, and I basically swarmed to the midfield. But yeah, the face is painted fine on that Space Marine. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I'm super stoked to have you on the show, Nick. Awesome work, Nekron Girl, savage. Yeah, thanks. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'll have plenty of coffee on hand for an all-night show. That is Blood Angel Sergeant, isn't it? No, it's just a Primaris Marine from the First Strike box set, which is Ultramarines. Look, Ultramarines. Not a Blood Angel in sight. I wouldn't let her do Blood Angels. You don't do Blood Angels, do you?
I don't know.
No, that was a no.
I didn't say no.
They're basically like what you've got, but they're red.
Oh.
That's basically it. And Ken plays them.
Okay.
Okay, so Dave says, Frost and Fist, do you have any cybernetic wolves in your army? I'm sure I'll answer that. Craig, hello Craig. He says, hi Nick and Nekron Girl. I also have fun playing Warhammer 40k with my older children, but now have a 1-year-old called Archie, who I read the new Warhammer Junior books to at bedtime. Awesome, that's cool. I've not read one yet, so they're good. Yes, but watch review by Spect. He said it comes in the Blood Angels box. Okay, yeah, well, he likes Blood Angels, doesn't he? Okay, so do you have anything you would like to say?
No.
No? Oh, how did you find that? There you go, get that. Let's have a look at that. We're going to do a review. This is random, but I've just thought of this. We are going to review the Games Workshop painting handle, because you were painting without it, and I bought you one. What do you think?
It's quite good because, like, if you're trying to like paint it, but you don't have a stand for it, and then like you can get paint all over your fingers and stuff, then it makes them like mess it all up. But then this is actually quite good because like you get a grip on it.
Yeah. So you like it?
Yeah.
I've been using this for quite some time now. I must admit, I do like it. I think it's not very good when you've got these tiny models in with a 25mm base. I started using this with my Howling Banshees. I found it very difficult to get underneath because this section was just too big. So I don't like it for the smaller ones, but when you've got these bigger models on, and also like my Noise Marines, it's no problem. I can guess underneath with it on. Very occasionally it's difficult, but most of the time I can. So yeah, I like it. I think it's very good. At first, it takes a bit of practice to get your models in and out, but I can do it quite easily now. So I just sort of hold it open a bit and just drop it in. So I can do that no trouble at all. So yeah, I think they're good. Obviously, they've got the bigger ones now, so I think I will invest in the bigger ones at some point. I don't really have any big models to do. So we've got Frost and Fist commenting. I don't currently own any, but I'd love to have some at some point. I currently use some armored wolves for Hoarders P3 as my cyber wolves. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Space Wolves to know what cyber wolves do now. Vector says I use an inverted mouthwash bottle cap with blue tack, cheap alternative. Yeah, I usually use basically paint parts with blue tack on, but occasionally they drop off, and that's a pain. You've seen me drop models off, haven't you? And they don't drop off of that one. However, I have occasionally dropped the thing, but yeah. I mean, it works. I use corks as well, especially if I've got the legs pinned. I'll pin them into a cork, which I've got. If I get one. There you go. I've got a cork and I've got a coin on the bottom. And on my desk, I've got a magnetic strip. So I magnetise them onto the strip so they don't fall over. Works well. Blue tack drops. No. Yes. Well, Butterfingers me, Foxy knows all about that. Do you recommend take more than 3 units of Noise Marines? I have no idea because I've never played them. I've gone for 36 Marines basically because of the fluff. So I've gone for 6 units of 6, which I can then group up into 3 units of 12 if I want to. I have no idea whether that's going to be any good on the table, when, to be fair, I don't really care, because the Noise Marines, the Emperor's Children army isn't really about the game. It's more about the project of the army. It's about the hobby side of that army. So, quite possibly I'm going to put the army down and get blasted off the table, but the army isn't about that. Forge World are re-releasing Sanguinius this week, just saying. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Sanguinius is a Blood Angels one. I think he likes Blood Angels. Dave says, which of the matte varnishes do you use to protect your models, and does it darken the miniatures? I use Series 7. No, I don't. I use Winsor and Newton professional matte varnish. It's fairly expensive, but it's fantastic. I use the satin one as well for my Necrons. It doesn't change the colour. It goes on perfectly. I've never had a misty result with it. Very, very happy with that varnish. And yes, it doesn't change the colour. I've used many varnishes over the years, some with disastrous results, but that Winsor Newton stuff is just awesome. Comes in like a silver can. Highly recommend it. Which varnish do you use, Dave? Never skimp on varnish for minis. Yeah, absolutely. I do have a Vallejo paint-on varnish as well, which I use for, well, doing decals. How do you say it?
I don't know.
Okay, so how long have we been streaming for? I have no idea. Here we go, half an hour. That's not bad. We've got 25 people watching. Hello.
It was 30.
Was it? Okay, well, they're taking enough. They're getting bored of us. So. If you are watching and you're new to the channel, my name is Nick, and this is Nekron Girl. Welcome to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe. I really appreciate all of the subscribers that I get. And I will be having a giveaway when I hit 15,000 subscribers. So hopefully that won't be too far away. We have a comment or a question. Here we go. So, how did you get your daughter into the hobby? I have a 7-year-old daughter. I'm trying to get into the hobby with adaptus auritus. Does Nekron Girl like the girl models? Question from across the pond. Well, hello there. Thank you for the question. So we got Nekron Girl into the hobby by basically not trying to push her into the hobby. So I let it all be her own stuff. She could see me playing and see me painting. And eventually she said, Daddy, can I paint a model, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know this, but there are some armies which are made out of girls rather than boys. Do you know that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do you think that would be more interest, or are you quite happy having like boy models?
Maybe girl models more interest, like a mixture of both of them.
A mixture of both. That's a good answer, isn't it? Like them equally, yeah? Old Average Bit Gaming is in the house. I'm not watching. Okay. That's fine. You're not watching. Hello. Windsor, I'm using Vallejo matte varnish to protect, and Vallejo gloss varnish sometimes under the matte varnish for pin washes, so it flows into the cracks. Yeah, is that the paint on one, is it? So, nice mouse pad. I thought you weren't watching. Actually, I had my old Average Bit Gaming mug earlier, but I had coffee in and I've got juice in this one. So, right, I think we are going to finish up very soon, unless anyone has any questions for us. Dave says, Winsor and Newton, I have 3 different types of varnish, say matte varnish. They have professional that you use, artisans, and also artist matte varnish. Do you know the difference? I don't actually. I just went literally the most expensive one, which I'm sure is the professional one. I am Q. I am everywhere. Between these three types of varnishes from Windsor and Newton, yeah, no, I don't actually know what the difference is, to be honest with you, but I can certainly vouch for the professional one. It's 6:35 a.m. here, so coffee is happening. Oh, I need a coffee. I'll have a coffee after this. Just to say good luck to Nekron Girl going forwards. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for all of your comments as well and all of my videos. I appreciate them all. Okay, so I think we are getting near the end. Have you had a good 2 weeks off?
Yeah.
Yeah, still got Easter yet?
Mm.
Yeah, looking forward to Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I think you got. Do you know which one you've got? You do, don't you? Because you chose it. Which one have you got?
I've got the Ferrero Rocher egg.
Ferrero Rocher egg.
And also a lion egg.
Lion.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
Marked lion. I chose caramel.
Right. Old Average Big Gaming says you need a Nekron Girl t-shirt. You've been asking for one, haven't you? Yeah. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, especially if she starts making videos on her channel. And if you didn't know, she does have a channel, although there's no videos yet, but there will be at some point. There's a link to her channel in the description below. So head on over, give her a sub. Why not? Great screen. Thank you, Mythos. Thank you, everyone. We are going to finish up here, I think. It's been great talking to you. I've really enjoyed it. And watch out for Saturday's video where I'm going to be announcing the winners of the Terrain Square competition. Beam me up. You laughing at?